Welcome, everybody. Boys Out Loud. Welcome, everybody, to the Theme Park Junkies podcast. My name is Rye. We are back on YouTube. You should be seeing both of us. If not, then you're just going to get audio this week. Jay is here, and Jay is dressed very dapper today. You are looking like a man.
It's Captain Jay today to you.
Yeah.
Aye, matey. Actually, this is just my regular Sunday attire.
Is it?
You usually don't see me on Sunday. I know it is the Lord's Day, but I have my own way of sort of honoring the Lord, and it's a seaworthy way.
It looks like you have a beautiful fish tank behind you now. It's very gorgeous.
Yes, I'm showing my fish tank now, trying to get you something a little more interesting to look at other than my disgusting bed. So, yes, now we can look at fishes in the background.
I'll say this, the fish tank, those things are very heavy to move. So it's pretty impressive that you're able to just move it like that.
Right.
You're such a man.
That water,
yeah.
I haven't cleaned it in a long time, so the water smells. You know. Surprised those fish are still alive in there.
Yeah, that's, remember in the old apartment that we had, that fish tank, it smelled. Fish smell.
They are very hard to maintain. It was
clean, but it smelled like it still has a smell.
Even at their cleanest, they have a stench.
Yeah, it's like hamster. It just always has to reek a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we are trying to do the YouTube thing because everyone loved it. Actually, nobody loved it, but we wanted to do it anyways because it's kind of fun. But we'll see how this comes out. I'm hoping that we're able to release this. This is still the test runs because all we can do is test at this point. Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's kind of fun, but it's kind of not so fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain in the rear as well.
It's kind of wicked, as they say.
I don't know if we're going to continue doing this or not. We don't want to spend 5 cents on this podcast more than we have to.
Right. We have to spend our money on other things, So,
like fish tanks and the cleanliness of them.
Yes.
So, life is expensive.
So, I guess we could get into news. I'm trying to find something because I'm so ill-prepared because it took us so long to get this going.
Yeah, do we even have a show prepped?
We did, but I didn't. Honestly, this is the worst prep I've ever done. We're trying to get bigger and better, and I apologize. I stink at all of this. But,
the show is really stinking so far, but hopefully it'll get better.
Did you do anything this weekend? Anything exciting, at least, before we get into this?
Oh, what did I do? Nothing too exciting. I had a Mexican dinner at a Mexican restaurant, and that was fun. Some drinks and friends and family and good times.
I see your fish tank now has a great white shark in it.
There's my great white.
Yeah.
I'm the only aquarium in the world that can keep one alive.
Yes. All right, let's get into the news. I got a little news today. I hope you have something prepared.
Do you care?
Nope.
Show's over. I have an item or two to discuss.
What have you got for us today? Please tell.
And as you know, as we've talked about, Splash Mountain, the ride at Disneyland, RIP, closed its doors permanently just the other day. I guess it was the 31st, last day of May. And I don't know if you saw any of the coverage or the footage out there of that last day, but there's some it seemed like a very emotional day.
Yeah.
There was a lot of the, original Imagineers that worked on the ride were there, and it was quite a big, I don't know if you want to say celebration or a memorial in a way, but it seemed like quite the big event. All kinds of video out there of it, and it was a little sad. And watching them. There's footage of them actually closing those barn doors for the last time, and the employees doing the big send off. And it was quite emotional, a lot more emotional than I would have thought. So on that note, we've talked about, when I think of Splash Mountain, I've brought up on this cast before, the first time I was introduced to it was from Ernest P. Worrell on that promo thing that I remember running on the Disney Channel. I don't know if that's true or not, but anyway, I looked into that, and that was actually a TV movie in 1989 that's actually got some like a funny artwork cover to it. Aired one time on TV in 1989, never aired again. Ernest Goes to Splash Mountain.
Wow.
And so if you're interested, it is on YouTube. You can look this up on YouTube. I watched it again.
Right.
In honor of the mountain. And wow, it's a ridiculous little promo piece. But it's pretty funny as well. It's kind of done in the fashion of like a TV, like a special news report. There's like a news anchor tracking the Ernest going to the ride and arriving, and even during the ride, like, okay, he's approaching the first drop. Let's see how he takes it. And Ernest is like, acting all scared. He has like a one of those breath machines at one point because the drop was so intense. Anyway, very 1989 Ernest comedy.
Yeah, so I put up on the screen that you can't see, so maybe we can fix that sometime. But I've got some images of it, and it's crazy. Ernest Goes to Splash Mountain TV movie.
Exactly.
1989. What do you think it got on IMDb? I've already spoiled it for everyone. They can see it, but...
Well, I am on IMDb, so I'm not going to lie and say that I'm some kind of IMDb genius rating. It's got a 5.9.
Right.
So I'm probably looking at the same thing you are. But yeah, as you can see, did you ever get any word of this? Did you hear about this back in its day? No,
I have no idea what the heck this is, to be honest.
I remembered it, like I thought it was basically just like a commercial that I saw on the Disney Channel. But, after researching it, it was actually a TV movie. So there's actually some production that went into this. So if anyone's interested in checking this ridiculous thing out, I would say it's worth a watch. It's only half hour or so. I don't know if you see the summary. No. This pretty much sums it up. It says an exciting mock documentary produced for the opening of Splash Mountain attraction at Disneyland. Ernest Goes to Splash Mountain chronicles the adventures of Ernest P. Worrell, who trains as America's first splastronaut. That didn't take off, did it? No, did it?
No, I don't think
Never heard that term again. Destined to become the very first person to conquer the mountain. Ralph Story, veteran news anchor, and his team are determined to cover the momentous event by every angle possible. So that pretty much sums it up. So
was this released? Was this a long movie? Does it say the runtime on it?
Yeah, it's a half hour. It was it's short, 22 minutes or something, I believe. But yeah, so it was the length of a sitcom, and so I just thought, what more appropriate time to hash out the what's going on with my fish tank.
Oh, it looks like a screensaver now.
Yeah, so I don't know if the fish are still alive, but
they did.
Oh, okay, so maybe there's an ad. Spoiler, this is actually a YouTube video.
Oh no.
It's like 5 hours long. You can just look up screensavers on YouTube and you get all kinds of random stuff. So I picked aquarium.
Interesting.
So, spoiler. Yeah, I don't really have an aquarium behind me. It's all an illusion, movie magic. Anyway, Ernest Goes to Splash Mountain, the TV movie.
Wow.
What do I give it? I'll go. They give it a 5.9. I'll go 6, just for nostalgia reasons.
That's pretty good for you, actually.
It is. I'm very tough, and I do love. This was probably one of the best quotes of the movie. The newscaster asks Ernest if Vern is here, and so Ernest said, "No, Vern couldn't make it today because some idiot crashed a car in through his living room, but I'm sure he's still watching at home. He's got a nice little TV. Hi, Vern."
Hi, Vern. Hey, Vern.
That's probably a terrible Ernest impression, half impression.
I think it's pretty good.
So yeah, that was one item. So RIP Splash Mountain. It did make me feel old because like I said, I remember it opening as a new ride, Right. I was like 89. I was 9 years old. So now that it's already closed, in my mind, in my childish brain, it still kind of seems like a newer attraction at Disney to me. I mean, it's newer than the other mountains.
Yeah.
Matterhorn, space, etc.
It's weird.
So
I was at Disney 4 or 5 years ago, and no one really cared about Splash Mountain at the time. Like before the announcement of it going away.
Right.
There was no line. It was one of those
That's
busier
true.
days, and we just walked right on. We're like, wow, I remember when this ride was packed and blah, blah, blah. Then the announcement comes out that they're getting rid of it, and everyone loves we all loved it anyways, but it's like they got to go on it, and now they care. Now they
Right.
want to say this and that. And
That's very true. I even saw like some people managed to bring little bottles and
Can you
scooped
believe
up
this?
some of the water out of the attraction as a souvenir. Splash Mountain water.
and it's on eBay. You can buy
really?
your water.
Okay.
You can.
Well,
People are taking rocks and doing
Wow.
that stuff. Yeah.
I guess I know my next eBay purchase.
Speaking of Splash Mountain, I wonder if I can pull this up real quick. There was a woman on Splash Mountain, and basically, let me see. I would like to actually screen share this if I can. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to try and screen share this.
Oh my gosh!
Can you hear that?
What are you doing?
I hear you, but I don't hear
So
anything else.
I'm going to mute that before I screen share it, just so everyone can see it, and then you can see this on the playback if you decide to watch this.
I never will watch
here
it.
is there's a video, and it says don't do this, but there's a video of a woman who jumps off the ride. She had a panic attack on Splash Mountain, and she jumps off, and she happened to jump off right where the stairs were, goes down the stairs, and she just leaves, and she says, I can't do it, can't do this.
Wow.
I've never heard of anything
Why
like
would
this.
you get on
Yeah,
then?
Monday
They
night.
do give you that one last little, you remember that sign right before you get on the line, or right before you board the log?
Mm-hmm.
There is literally a sign that says, this is your last chance to, exit the ride if you don't want to do it. So why do you cross that point, but then you get on the ride and then you decide to bail?
She had a panic attack. She had a genuine panic attack, it looked like and sounded like. But,
Is this
it's
a
still
older
ride.
woman?
No, young girl. I'd say
Okay.
under 17. I think she's underage. Like she has a young look to her and voice as she runs
So
down
maybe
the stairs.
maybe one of the first kind of drop rides she'd ever been on, and she thought she was tough and could do it, but once she got on, she realized she couldn't.
Yep, could be. be. I'm totally screwing up all this this transitioning thing, just so you know. But we'll get better as we go. I apologize for everything I've done so far to this point.
All I see is my ugly mug, myself, and it says, and you, and it says on air. I don't see anything else.
If you do see this, if you do end up watching it, you'll just be like, what a fool.
No, think you're a lame brain.
What other news do you have, lame brain?
So yeah, Splash Mountain closed, but Fiesta Village is alive and well in Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, have you seen the lines in that place?
I guess I haven't seen much of the lines.
For
Are
food.
they crazy?
Yeah, people are going crazy for
I
the
would
Mexican
imagine
restaurants
so.
there. I
It's
think there's
brand
2.
new. Yeah. But I've seen a lot of footage of Knott's recently, and the actual ghost town alive, and footage of the Fiesta Village, and I really want to go. It actually looks very, very fun.
Say the word.
I got a little more info on their cantina that they opened, bar/cantina, Cantina del Sur. And this has some interesting choices that I decided to document here, and I'll share with you and the audience the choices and prices. So at Cantina del Sur, they are now pouring on draft for $14 a Fiesta Village Mexican lager, a seasonal michelada, a succulent sipper, an S&T tropical IPA, all on draft for $14. The canned beer choices, also $14, at a rim for $1.50. SOK Mexican lager, Buenas Vibras Mexican lager,
Ooh,
Mitch Please.
Mitch.
A little bit of an adult take on play on words there for Knott's. I was surprised by that. And Orsada Horacha Blonde. I'm probably totally butchering that.
Yeah.
The canned beers, you save $1 on and those were the canned craft beers. Those are $14 that I just listed. Canned regular beers, you save $1. These are only $13. They have Coors Light, Angry Orchard, hard cider, and this is what really caught my eye. My and Johnny Lawrence's favorite go-to Coors Banquet.
The Banquet
Coors
beer.
Banquet is a rare beer. It's hard to find those.
Yeah. Most people drink Coors Light, I feel like.
I feel like you're right. But anyway, I thought that was an interesting choice. I don't think I've seen Coors Banquet offered at any other theme park, but they have it here. And they also have some mixed drinks, flights and tastings, different kinds of margaritas. They have a margarita flight, choose any four for $32, frozen or on the rocks. Different tequila choices. They have a Bloody Maria. I would imagine that's like a Bloody Mary. But then they do have something called a Bloody Mary. So I'm not sure what the difference is there. Those are $22. So typical theme park alcohol prices. But I feel like there's definitely some new additions on this menu that Knott's did not previously have. And that and other reasons are definitely some reasons why I want to check this out. They still do have these employees or actors, looks like running around the land with these like little mariachi puppets.
Yeah.
And especially the place looks really cool at night with the lighting. I can't say enough about how they lit this land up. Really impressive lighting. And so I just am in the mood to go to Knott's.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's up and running. And the Ghost Town Alive looks pretty fun as well. They do full-on shows and skits out in the middle of Ghost Town there, having fun with the kids and a lot of, silly little things going on. Anyway, it looks like a good time. I'm jonesing to go to Knott's, but I've bought a couple passes recently, and I don't know when I'll be going anytime soon. But, I'm ready.
Rumor is around August-ish is usually when Knott's will say buy the rest of this season and get next season with it,
Right.
So,
that's what you were speaking of before. Yeah. So towards the end of the year.
Yeah. Usually
I don't know
around
why.
August, after summer, after the big events and stuff.
The big events.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably I would say September on maybe.
Yeah.
They don't want to give you too much for free.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that system better or just the straight up, you buy a year season pass and you get 12 months. Like that's how Universal does it.
That's what it should be. That's what I think
fair.
all of them do, except for Magic Mountain and Knott's.
And Knott's, yeah. So that's a weird system. So, but I do want to go.
I do want to go too. Badly. I have no one to go with though. Not even you.
No, I refuse to go with you.
I know you
Just
do.
a complete a-hole. So.
What else do you have? Anything else?
No, that's about it for me. I didn't bring much to the table today.
Like always.
Did I have anything? I probably got something, but I'll talk about it next time.
Okay. Well, I do have a few things that I wanted to get at. Have you been following the Knott's Scary Farm Instagram, Facebook, Twitter? I'm sure it's on all of it. Do you follow?
I think I follow that thing. I think I do.
So I'm pulling it up right now. So they've been posting for the last 3 or 4 days now. 666. That's it.
I did see that. I'm seeing that right now.
What is it? What are we doing?
Worshipping the devil now?
I don't know.
Or?
Is June 6th going to be a big announcement? And shouldn't it just be 6/6 because
but the year isn't 06.
I don't know. It's not even
So I don't know if that's a date.
2026. Yeah, I don't know. I think that they're just like stretching, pulling like this has got to work, 666.
I'm looking at the comments. And some of what's being said is my guess is that these are mazes and the font fits with the theme.
A double
What's the
maze?
significance of the numbers since we already passed June 6, 2006? I don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't
I'm
make
kind of with that guy. Please say the haunt passes are coming. Season pass.
A lot of people are asking for those haunt passes. If we lived closer, I would totally do one, be there every night.
Yeah.
But we're just
This gentleman has a hypothesis. 6 all new mazes, 6 new scare zones, 6 shows.
No way. That guy's crazy. 6. That would be new everything for this year. There's just no way. There's no way. That's not the Knott's way.
No, I agree. It's
not anyone's
very
way.
strange. I have no idea. They're
idea.
obviously teasing something, and that must be their. Obviously, they want us puzzled because this is very cryptic. They're literally just posting 666 over and over.
I'm very puzzled. To be honest.
I think maybe Lucifer is running this Instagram now.
Yeah, it could be. What's crazy too is like all the nights have now been released. Knott's is starting the latest out of all of them, September 21st.
That's strange.
October 31st.
Yeah, I've noticed that every other park is starting early September.
Well, how do you think that is?
Don't know.
I mean, why? What?
Maybe they're just sticking with their protocol that they've done in previous years. They've always started around that time, and they're just behind the 8 ball, not realizing that the other parks were going to start earlier. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't make much sense. It's just more money in their pocket.
Yeah.
Maybe they already had their scare actors. They had a hard start date of late September. For some reason, they couldn't put it forward. I don't know.
Could be.
Kind of a bummer. I would rather go early September.
I would like to go that first week of September, because
Right.
Halloween month now basically is for 2 months anyway. So
Basically is.
let's start it strong. You know what I'm saying?
So, exactly.
Yeah. So speaking of Halloween time events, Midsummer Scream is coming up once again, the horror convention that we never go to, but always want to go to, but we never go to.
Where is that one?
This one's in Long Beach, I believe. Where is it? Yeah, Long Beach Convention Center, which I've been to once for a different kind of event. Any interest in this? I mean, it seems like a lot of fun. It really does.
Is there any autograph signings or anything like that?
You know what? So, Not Scary Farm will be there. Universal Studios is usually there. The problem is they usually talk about history. They don't necessarily talk about what's coming that year, because they do their own announcements in their own way. So if you're looking for big announcements, you're not going to hear that, but you'll hear some cool history.
I was going to say, I'd probably rather hear some history.
Yeah. So the passes, let's see. So it's July 28th to the 30th, and VIP passes are $140. So it gives you the whole discount. The whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I believe you get to go to a party as well. They have a little party that goes on.
I like parties.
Yeah, so Saturday night party, MSS, Midsummer Scream, I guess, after dark. Ooh, sounds nice and hot.
I'm getting scared.
Yeah, so it's just a little expensive, though, for what you get. I don't know what you really get there. How many times can you walk a show floor and... I don't know. If you've been to a convention.
Well, it looks like a convention. I'm sure I'm on the site as well. Vendors and exhibitors.
Yeah. Does it say? Does it say who's speaking there and stuff? Because I know that Not Scary Farm has been announced. They announced that they're going to be there. I forgot which day. Tom Holland's going to be there from Child's Play. He directed Child's Play.
I see that.
Yeah.
It's not clear if any of these people are speaking or if they will just have booths set up to meet and greet, possibly, is what it looks like to me.
Right. Charge you money to take a picture with them and that kind of stuff.
That's the typical thing that they do now.
Yeah.
I
will charge money if anyone wants to take a picture with me.
Oh, yeah.
$2. I'm the cheapest one at the exhibits.
Hey, I'll go for 50 cents. 50 cents or under, just a donation.
Then you have to bring change to break the dollar.
I'll be like that guy on 3rd Street Promenade, just with my little hat out. Actually, it'll be my captain's hat. And you just drop a few pennies in there, and I'll pose with you all day. The voice of Ghostface, Roger L. Jackson. That's kind of interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is interesting. For a long time, he would not go public with who did the voice of Ghostface because he didn't want people to know. I was
going to say, I never really
mystery.
Knew of a voice for him.
That's pretty cool.
Kimberly Brown,
Hello,
actress
Sydney.
Marnie. Yeah, you could do that voice.
Yeah, I don't need a box. I don't even need a voice box.
You could do it to him. Hello, Roger Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of names, I'll be honest, the majority of these I don't recognize, but if you read their credits under their names, there are some known people. Maggie Robertson, voice actress, Lady Diarrhea, I don't know, Resident Evil.
Name these people.
Yeah, I can't read. Resident Evil Village, a lot of Resident Evil love here. Robert Mukes, actor, House of a Thousand Corpses. That's one of your favorites.
Yeah, I don't need to meet him, though. I don't know. It'd be fun to go to, though.
I mean, actually, do you see all these vendors, this list of vendors? It's like there's probably thousands.
I don't see them. Yeah, so I've been there.
Bottom of the page.
I've been to this convention center. It's
listed.
Huge. The convention center is huge.
Must be huge.
Yeah, they do a Comic-Con there. They do a I forgot what it's called. It's not actually called Comic-Con, but they do basically a Comic-Con there. And if you look that up, what is it called? Fan Expo, maybe? And that's a fun little watch online, all these people dressing up. I like the cosplay stuff. I would like to take pictures of that kind of stuff one of these days.
That sounds a little creepy.
Yeah. So to stay on Halloween,
all I see, just to cap this off, panels, presentations, and performances across 5 stages in multiple breakout rooms. So there's definitely like presentations, but it doesn't say who.
Well, I know for a fact it's Halloween Horror Nights, Six Flags Fright Fest.
Okay, so
Not
it's like
Scary Farm. Those are all there.
It's not Richard Dreyfuss per se.
No, I think you got to go to Comic-Con for stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't think we're getting that at something like this.
Right. I don't know what he'd be doing at a horror con.
I don't even talk about Jaws, I guess.
Well, he was in Jaws. I guess that's true.
One of the best monster movies, really.
Yeah.
So Halloween time at Disneyland, that's coming up. That starts before Not Scary Farm. September 1st at the Disneyland Resort will be this time. Have you ever been there for Halloween time?
I don't think I ever really have been at Halloween for Disney. Maybe once, but correct me if I'm wrong. They've barely ever done anything for Halloween compared to the other parks.
I'll correct you. So what they do is
put up pumpkin decorations.
So pumpkin decorations are all over the place.
Isn't it still called the Not So Scary Halloween at Disney or whatever?
The Not So Scary Mickey's Halloween Party, I think they still have, but then they also have the big one at California Adventure, which is Oogie's Halloween Bash? Oogie Boogie's Halloween something.
Who's Oogie? Sounds like a booger.
It is a little booger. It's no, you don't. It's a Nightmare Before Christmas. Oogie Boogie's Bash. They call it.
I know. I think I know who he is.
So September 5th, and it'll be for 25 nights this year, going through October 31st.
So even they're starting early. You said the 5th?
Yeah, everyone's starting early, but Knott's. Knott's is the last of the big ones to have some fun.
Strange. Maybe they want it that way, like they want to ensure sold out nights. And they want to keep the demand up there, not as many nights available.
Yeah, but
I don't foresee Halloween is such a popular thing now.
Yeah.
I don't think any park will have problems selling out even early September, but I don't know. Just another guess. I don't know why they would be starting later.
I don't know. I don't get it. I think you need to write one of your letters and send it in and try and get some change. We're here to make change in this world.
Maybe I should address it through video since my letters don't seem to ever work, and I will include my fish and my fish tank, and I will try a different approach because the old typewriter doesn't seem to be getting to the right CEOs.
And don't do this video because no one's going to watch this one.
No.
Hopefully someone will watch.
No, I just hope that maybe if they see me with my fish, they'll think, well, this must be a high-class guy. He's got a fish tank.
You are high class.
Let's listen to him.
You are high class.
He must have a following. He's got a fish tank.
You got any more news, or are we done with the news?
No, I'm done. I'm dry, sir.
No, that was enough news. Let's see. I'm going to get some music in here. So I did something that I wanted to talk about, theme park related for once. Usually I like to talk about what I'm wearing, what I did last night, but this time
library
it's
books,
theme park related. I do like the library. It's a good place to go on a Sunday.
Good place to go. Yeah.
Nice Friday night at the library. So
knowledge is key.
I went to Toothsome's Chocolate Emporium. And let me just tell you, I hope you shoved your face full of chocolate. I just hope so. I didn't, but I did do a lot of stuff. So let me tell you first, how much is parking at City Walk now? What do you think? I don't know for sure, but I will guess. Sure. Let's say $32.99. It is not $32.99. It is $30 even. Okay. That was pretty close. So we went on Memorial Day weekend. We went on that Sunday. We had a reservation at noon, and we showed up at about 11 so we could walk City Walk for a little bit. Long line to get into that City Walk parking lot. Fine, no big deal. Yeah, that's true. It always is. The problem is, I think, and maybe you can write another letter, but I think that if you are going to go to City Walk and not go to the park, the theme park, I think you should get some money back somehow. For the parking? Yeah. I think they didn't, what's that called? Endorse park? Only when you see a movie. That's what it was. Yeah. That's what it was. But I went there for lunch. I didn't go there to go to the theme park. I agree. That shouldn't be
stipulated only to seeing a movie.
Yep. We should all be paying 30. But if for some reason you go eat at one of their expensive restaurants or something, I think you should get $10 back.
Well, let's be honest. I think a lot of other places do this. It should be a time limit. If you're there less than an hour,
right,
or something
3
like
hours.
that,
yeah,
something like that. Put a time limit on it. That would make sense.
Yeah.
If you're there over 3
but
hours,
then you'd pay when you exited. I don't know how they would have to do that, but so
I don't know. But it seems like something better could be done. I agree.
Yeah. So here's an issue, and I'm going to bring this up with you because you hate reservation systems at theme parks, right? Would you say you
much.
do? Yeah.
Yeah.
So we pull up to Universal, and there's a big sign that flashes, gives you all this information, and it says the theme park is sold out today. So what if I just came in from town and wanted to go to the theme park? I think reservations are almost a must now. I hate to say it. There's too many people. It's just too crowded of a system, and everyone wants to go to these theme parks. I want to go.
Well, that is interesting. In all the times I've been there, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
You said this is a Saturday?
Sunday.
It's a
But people
Sunday.
were off Monday. It was Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
So we'll give them
a
that.
big weekend, but I don't think I've ever seen a sign that says sold out. Now, and I think maybe part of that because of, are they taking into consideration people with season passes? Like I can go with my season pass whenever I want. I've never been. Would that have affected me?
I think it said sold out, meaning no more entries, season pass or not.
So if I would have went like I always do, they would have not let me in the door. But I have the platinum pass.
That's my assumption. Because why would
get
they
him on the
post
phone
that?
right now?
Yeah.
Let's call him live.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I'm curious to know how that would work.
Yeah.
I've never been denied at the front door.
But you've never been on a sold out day either, have you?
And,
That
like
you
I
know
said,
of.
I've never heard that it's been sold out. Yeah, I've never seen that.
Yeah. So
That's interesting. Where did it say that?
at the
When you were
parking
driving up?
structure, like in the parking
structure.
before you pay, it had one of the signs that said parking all day prices. Then it would flip to like, hey, go see Super Nintendo Land. Hey, and then it'd say theme park sold out.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, maybe so. I guess you're right in a sense. You need those reservations, but I'm curious, like how it would work with the pass holders.
I don't know.
Is it sold out because they're taking into account pass holders that could potentially show up? Is that part of the equation?
I mean, I hate to say it though. It should just be a number basis, and if you showed up after there has to be a limit, right? There has to be the number, a hard stop that these places can't let people in anymore. So if they're leaving room for people, for you platinum people,
what about us? I want my shoes polished when I go to the entrance. Please.
You kind of deserve it with what you spend, but
Right.
I don't. I'm starting to lean towards some sort of reservation system.
Yeah, I know it has its place.
But it has to be true.
I'm not going to say across the board I hate it because I think it makes sense what they're doing with the Nintendo World system. How I explained when I went there last time. When I went there, it wasn't that bad, so they didn't have the reservation system enacted. But I guess when it's on busier days, they will, to enter Super Nintendo World, they will basically close it to the walk-ins and do the virtual queue type of thing.
Right.
Reservation, whatever you want to call it. I think that makes sense. I kind of appreciate that because it's everybody's least liked thing about theme parks is when it's overcrowded and crazy lines. So,
yeah.
But it sucks to be on the other end of that. And if you wanted to go and you weren't able to go, that wouldn't be a good time.
You drove all that way from who knows where.
Right. Yeah, especially it's just down the street for us. But what if you're from Europe or France?
Right. And you, I don't know. I don't know. It's
well,
frustrating.
I've never seen that. That's interesting. I will research that and see if I can find out what exactly that is.
All right. That'll be the big thing for next week.
That'll be my homework assignment that I will fail on.
All right. So let me tell you a little bit about this Toothsome's Chocolate Emporium, okay?
You were dying to hear about the Mario thing. I really want to hear about this place.
Well, okay. So go ahead.
The mint shake thing looks great. I'm looking at the section of the Toothsome on the Universal Studios webpage.
Yeah. I'm going to pull
Gosh,
that
I'm
up in a
getting
minute.
hungry.
I'm going to pull that up in a
Getting
minute.
hungry. I'm
So-
not really a sweets guy, but
You
that
don't
place
have to
makes
be.
me want to be sweets.
Yeah, you don't have to be for this. So, sometimes I feel like things just don't work out, and this was kind of this example. I think maybe I had not the best experience that other people may have had, and I'll tell you in a second. So what is the story, though, first behind Toothsome's Chocolate Emporium? I had to look this up. Toothsome is actually a woman, Penelope Toothsome, and her robot companion.
The robot.
Yeah, they created...
What's the robot's name?
Jacques or Jacques? What's his name?
Jacques. I know that's not right.
Jacques. I think it's Jacques. I don't know. Jacques. What is that? That's some French thing, right?
It sounds like it. I could have
Oui,
sworn it was
oui.
like something much more American sounding.
No, maybe it's pronounced Jack, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
So anyway, they created Toothsome as the world's best chocolate emporium as an homage to her fellow adventurer parents. Okay, so I had to look all this up. Very strange storyline that they've created there. So you're on the webpage. This is a perfect time to actually let me share the webpage really quick, because this is a perfect time to talk about what transpired there. So Toothsome's took over for Planet Hollywood, correct? Wasn't that what was there? No,
It was.
not Planet Hollywood. Hard Rock.
Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah, the Hard Rock Cafe. The shakes are the reason to go. So we go there. If you scroll down a little on the webpage, you'll see, I guess, Toothsome and Jacques, whatever his name is. And that is not the experience I got when I was there. We had a reservation at noon. They say reservations are not required, but suggested. And we got there and it was a quarter full, maybe. There was no one.
A quarter full?
Yeah, there was no one in there.
Okay.
Didn't have a lot of people. It was a really cool theme, though. So you walk, they have a chocolate, like a gift shop, and there are a ton of chocolates, ton of cookies, ton of everythings.
I bet.
What did we order? We ordered, so the sweetheart was with me. She ordered something. It wasn't very good. I ordered a vegetarian sandwich that was basically like a big mushroom. And it said mushroom with veggies. I was like, okay, mushroom with veggies, fine. It was really just a big fat mushroom.
Just a mushroom?
With cheese and stuff on it. Yeah. It wasn't, it was
like
not my favorite.
Did they carve it out and put veggies in it or something? I've never heard of such a thing.
It was a veggie sandwich, basically. And you know how sometimes, instead of a hamburger, they'll put a portobello mushroom, those big mushrooms?
Yeah.
That's basically what it kind of was.
That was a sandwich. Okay.
Not very good. I kind of wish I had ordered something. I wanted to eat light, though, because I wanted dessert, I'm not like,
Right.
I get full and then it's like, I don't really want anything else,
True.
So let's talk. So what's funny is the waitress was totally trying to upsell us on everything. Okay. So we sit down and she's like, do you want appetizers? And I was like, no, it's fine. She's like, oh, you have to have this appetizer. You have to try this when you're here. So we got the Brussels sprouts, right? So they upsold us on Brussels sprouts.
So it worked.
It's basically like a Mexican street corn. They put mayonnaise on it. It's really good.
Yeah.
It makes your Brussels sprout into something that's no longer good for you. Like at all.
Okay. Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
Really good. She was right. Like I said, the main course, I had the sandwich. What did she had? She had a quiche.
Quiche. What is that again?
Quiche is basically, it's like a pie kind of, but it's breakfast quiche I think she had. So it's got eggs and stuff in it, veggies. There was no meat in it. She doesn't eat the meat really.
Okay.
Anyway, so then we get to the shakes, right? And we're like, okay, so we have to order one shake. We ask the girl which one is the most popular. She tells us the red velvet one. Well, we didn't get that one. We got the cookie one, okay? So she brings us the cookie one, and as she puts it on the table...
You guys got, you shared one?
We shared one, because they look rather large. Honestly, They're not as large as they look. I think it's part of the, it kind of fools you a little bit. We easily could have each had one.
Okay.
But
Good tip.
She puts it on the table and she knocks over our cookie.
Oh, shoot.
And the funny thing is she goes, oh, I'll get you a plate for that. And
Wait, the waitress did this?
The waitress. I was like, wait, what? She's going to go get a plate. So she takes the cookie that's knocked down on the table, places it on a plate and walks away.
Wow.
Yeah, and
So
you know,
you think the intention was to resell that cookie or what?
no, she let us eat it. She kept it there for us to eat instead of getting us a new cookie. Like they're so expensive. You know what I mean? It's just a little cookie.
Wow, I get it. Okay.
So we're like, what the hell, whatever. Didn't really want the cookie anyways. It was just a little chocolate chip cookie. The cool thing about these shakes is that they come in it's not a glass jar, though it looks like it is, but it's plastic. So you could take them, you're supposed to take the jars home with you. Like, so it's, you know, something you could drink out of or whatever.
Sure.
The food there, honestly, is like C, if you ask me. See you later. Don't really want it. The shakes are totally worth it though. Like if you are in a sweet tooth mood, they do well. We had it. So ours was a cookie shake. So it had Oreo, chocolate chip cookie. I think it even had oatmeal cookie maybe in it. It just had a bunch of cookies in it.
Wow.
And it's all blended. And it was really
the
good.
cookies are kind of like on the top though, and then it's just shake
There's a
under
full
it, right?
cookie on top that falls on your
I'm looking
table. I
at
think they
them. It
all
looks like
fall on
some
your
of them-
table.
Right. I guess that's probably a common occurrence. Maybe that's why she handled it that way. But yeah, I mean, it's a whole dessert meal, you know, disguised as a shake, basically, is what I'm seeing. I mean, they have some I'm seeing with like Rice Krispie treats on the top.
Right.
And all kinds of different things. The straw looks huge.
It is.
Is that straw as big as it appears?
It is, and it's paper straw. So it starts to like,
straws.
Yeah, it's
You get paper in your shake.
It's just the times we're living in, you know what I mean?
I guess so.
But yeah, but like I said, the red velvet is their highest selling one, and maybe you should have tried that one. Maybe next time.
What does the red velvet one come with on the top?
A red velvet cupcake, a full cupcake.
Oh, a cupcake! Wow.
Like, so you're not just getting a shake; you're getting a cupcake as well.
Oh, I think I see the cookie one. That's the mint one, right?
No, there's a mint one. No, that one's
I love
else.
mint.
Yeah, you would like this place. You honestly would. And that comes with an Oreo cookie, the mint one, it looks like.
That's what it. Yeah, I'm seeing that one right now.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
what
even
would
see the
probably
one
pick.
that we ordered. It's not even on here.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't see a chocolate chip one.
One of the things about the menu is that you can look at every page basically has a picture. So you can really see what you're about to get. And
that's good.
They make it look really good. You know, like the quiche looked really good, and then it got the, you know, so the quiche came with a side salad. The salad was lettuce and 1 tomato. That's it.
That's it.
I don't know if they ran out of vegetables or if that's just what a side salad is there, but that was it. And then it came with a side of fruit. And I don't know. I don't like fruit. I don't even eat fruit, really.
It sounds like a public school cafeteria salad.
Yeah. I'll eat like an apple, maybe a banana, but I don't like fruit. It's too sugary for me anyways. So they brought out the fruit in this little tiny bowl, and it came with, have you ever seen the fruit that's like, I don't want to say caramelized, but it has like a sugar glaze on it? It's not like a fruit salad that you would just
like
cut up and serve.
Dip like strawberries and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like covered in this. Ugh, I don't know what it is.
I agree. I'm not one that gets into food like that, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that doesn't sound great. Now, what about the theming though? That looks pretty impressive from this place. Steampunk, chocolate factory sort of thing. Is that the vibe that I'm getting?
Yeah. So the candy store is very cool themed, very cool, and really pretty too. Everything's colorful, bright, and to be honest, besides the entryway with the cool steampunk stuff, it's just fine.
Mediocre.
It's not Bobby McGee's, you know.
Oh right, yeah. There's no
it's
toilet
not like that, yeah.
cup. But better than Hard Rock Cafe. You think it's an upgrade?
Yes. Hard Rock Cafe was just burgers and fries, and this is unique.
Looks like they got a decent burger. I'd probably go with that. But like you said, yeah, I mean that's a lot of calories if you're taking in just one of those shakes. It's got to be like 4,000 calories or something. Yeah.
It's
like you probably don't want to eat a big meal before that.
It didn't seem to bother anyone else though, because I saw people ordering, and they had one burger there that had like bacon, then pork belly, and it had like 5 different things of pig on it. It was crazy.
I see one with like looks like a hard-boiled egg or something on it.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
It actually does look pretty good.
Yeah.
But and so you did not meet the mascot.
There was no mascots.
So maybe that was just an opening week thing. I remember that they were definitely like greeting everybody that came in
Right.
that first week or so. Professor Dr. Penelope Thibault Tinker Toothsome and her sidekick Jacques.
Okay.
The original promo stuff I saw for this, they were just calling him her sidekick Robot. So
Yeah.
I think the Jacques, it's like a newer, I don't know, they must have felt like they needed to name him. But I kind of just prefer as he's the robot. But so you did not see them. That's disappointing.
Didn't see them. Our waitress was kind of dressed a little steampunkish, but not really.
Okay.
And she was not playing a role or anything. You know, she was just trying to upsell us on everything.
Just upselling.
Yeah. And when I ordered my grilled vegetable sandwich, that, by the way, was very greasy. They must have buttered it or something. She seemed disappointed from my order. Like, I think because it's probably the cheapest thing on the menu, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just wanted something small.
Cheap ass.
Yeah. And it was, I don't know.
Well, that's quite a review. I probably would have picked the same thing that you did, maybe.
You would have hated it, I think.
The same lines that you were, something light before you
I honestly
chow down on chocolate.
I honestly don't know what you would have ate there.
Yeah.
Because
I'm a picky man.
But not just that, it was like, do you want a big burger before you eat that milkshake? Because you got to get a milkshake if you go there, or why?
Exactly.
Go there?
I'd probably just skip the food and just go milkshake.
Yeah, that's what we should. And that's what we said when we left. We're like, you know what, that food was not very good, but the milkshake was, and we would go back for the milkshake. But would I go back to City Walk to pay $30 for my, to go eat?
Yeah,
that's insane.
Exactly. No, that's
I
always
don't like it.
Pain in the rear parking. Was there any kind of bar or milkshake bar or alcohol served here?
There was a lot of, so they had a full bar. On the menu, the drinks were all chocolate based.
Okay.
Chocolate martini, chocolate. It was all very sugary, sweet, good, looked good. But again, it's like, when is enough, you know what I mean?
I don't think sugar and alcohol has ever really mixed for me. For maybe like one. Definitely not more than one drink though. I don't know. I couldn't pound sugary alcohol drinks.
Yeah, and I think they're kind of meant to be after dinner drinks in a way, those kind of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's see if there is they had flights there for beer, I believe. They had flights for whiskey. But they were all weird whiskeys. It was like chocolate whiskey and butter and peanut butter whiskey and that kind of stuff. A lot of it
something that doesn't really appeal to me so much. I guess if I were to go, I'd kind of just want to check out the atmosphere. Did you buy any of the truffles or anything?
No. So this is what happened to us. This is why I think like we were cursed with our wonderful waitress who drops the cookie on the table. At the end of the meal, I'm like, okay, so sweetheart, let's text or maybe she did it on her own. I cannot even remember, but let's text the dog walker and just see if she had any issues because she had never fed the dog. We had a new dog walker because our normal one couldn't do it because of the holiday. So the dog walker texts back, oops, sorry. I'm at work. So she never went to go walk the dog. So when we were done with lunch, we ran out of there to go home to walk our dog, our little pug. So that was kind of disappointing that we didn't get a chance to actually spend more time there because I would have liked to.
Did you fire the dog walker?
Yeah. She didn't even say sorry. She did say sorry, I'm at work, but there was like no, I'll make it up to you. Nothing.
Yeah.
So she's done.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crappy.
Yeah. So let me tell you about just a few things. So they have stuff. This is kind of what you're looking at if you're going to get a drink there. They have something called a sugar cookie soda, which is Sailor Jerry spiced rum, some liqueur, vanilla syrup. They have chocolate old fashions. This is what this is,
Yeah.
So they really want you to get a cavity and diabetes by the time you leave.
Sugar rush. Yeah, definitely. They're going that route. Yeah, I like Sailor Jerry's and I like old fashions, but I don't know if I want them chocolatized necessarily.
Right. Would you? So, what would you do? Would you actually go there and have a drink, or would you just go there and have a milkshake?
I'd probably try one of each, but I like I said, I wouldn't be having more than one of anything there. I would say 2 too sugary alcoholic drinks, no, I wouldn't do that. I would probably try one. I'd try a milkshake, and then maybe a side of fries or something.
Yeah, that's
Just
probably
something very small, and then have a real meal later or something like that. That's probably what I would do.
You might get a Pinot Gris if you wanted.
Did they have that there?
They did have wines. I don't know if they specifically had your Pinot Gris.
Pinot Gris with chocolate.
Or chocolatey.
Just
Gris.
with sugar just dumped into it. Just more sugar.
Yeah. So my suggestion, again, don't eat there.
Yeah. I'd probably, would you rather suggest like Johnny Rockets on City Walk and then go there?
Yeah, here's the problem, right? City Walk, what else is there? That Mexican joint is okay.
Yeah, Anajitos, I think.
Yeah, I like that place.
That place is all right.
What else is there? I mean, I don't know. Bubba Gump. I'm not eating. I'm allergic to shellfish, so I don't want to die.
Gump. Johnny Rockets. That's kind of it.
So maybe Toothsome is okay. I don't know. No, I'd say go get some Mexican. But you know what? You get the Mexican food with all the chips and salsa and stuff. You're probably not going to want to shake afterwards.
That's true. I don't know if it mixes with a shake.
So I guess they still got all that fast food upstairs.
That's true. I think they still do have some fast food upstairs. They got like a Burger King or something. Might be reduced to Burger King.
Yeah.
Remember they had Dodger dogs at one point. I remember having a Dodger dog there. That's long gone, but I remember that place was pretty good.
That was good. All right. Well, that's it.
Well, that was an interesting review. So would you recommend it? Would you give it a 1 to 10 rating? What would you do with Toothsomes?
I mean, honestly,
would you poo on it?
It could have been the day where the food was, and the fries came out a little cold, so that they were obviously made earlier. I think we just got unlucky. Yeah, I think we were unlucky. There's no way it's always like that, because if it was, it would go away.
But was it jam packed?
No,
it was busy.
There was no one in the place. It was like I said, a quarter full probably.
Oh, that's right. You did say
which is really sad, because I was like, we need to get reservations, and they even say you should get reservations, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's before we get out of here, I really want to look on Tootsome's Chocolate Emporium and Savory Feast Kitchen on the Yelp, and I think Yelp is probably a little tougher because people usually leave negative reviews over positive reviews. You know
I think
what I mean?
Any review, definitely Yelp has that thing to it where, I mean, I guess 9 out of 10 people that have a good experience aren't necessarily motivated to go leave a review.
Yeah.
It's the people that have had a bad experience that go to Yelp and complain.
Well, so I'm someone who won't leave a review, but I'm going to read the very first review. 100% come here for the milkshakes, desserts, and atmosphere, but ideally not the food. And I think this guy nailed it.
Basically what you just said.
Yeah, the overall rating is 3 out of 5, and that's where I would probably put it. The shakes save
3
it.
out of 5.
The food was just overpriced, but I don't really care about the price, to be honest. I know where I am. I'm on City Walk. I know it's going to be expensive, but I do expect a better meal for that price, and it was not good.
It sounds like to me that this could be reduced down to a shake stand.
Yeah.
And everything else without.
It's funny too. The waitress was like, because I was like, the dog walker didn't come. Can we get our shake to go? And she's like, all shakes are to go. You can keep the mug, right? So she brings this thing over, and there's so much whipped cream around it. If I were to take that thing in my car, that is not to go to me. That is like to spill.
For some reason, it's just a funny thought for me to picture you driving on the 101 or the 118, whatever, with a huge milkshake in your face.
Yeah. I don't know. This very third review down, it's kind of funny. This guy from Bakersfield is saying, bottom line, I would warn against eating a single thing other than the shakes and sundaes. I think people are in agreement overall that the food is just not very good. Which is
sounds
sad.
Like they got some work to do on the food and maybe some work to do on the menu in general.
They had some pizzas there, and I like thin crust pizza, but this looked like this looked horrible. They looked horrible. I saw one come out. I was like, it doesn't look good. And then I'm looking at reviews saying that the pizza's so bad. It's like cracker-esque.
I like thin crust, and that's hard to mess up.
But this is cracker. There's a difference between
they're
like a
calling
thin
it.
crust.
I'm actually looking at the menu, and they're calling it a flatbread.
Yeah,
pepperoni flatbread.
Yeah, this is not what
or a margarita pizza. So you must have had, did you have the forest mushroom? Is that what you had?
Oh,
no, that's a flatbread.
No, I didn't have a flatbread. I had a sandwich.
You had a sandwich. Vegetable press.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Roasted vegetables, portobello mushrooms,
Okay.
arugula pesto, Gruyere and dill Havarti cheeses, cranberry herb artesian bread.
Do me
That
a
actually
favor.
sounds okay.
No. Do me a favor. Read the very first two things you said.
Roasted vegetables, portobello mushrooms. Yeah.
There was no vegetables on this thing. It was a big portobello mushroom. And I think there was like maybe some lettuce. Like there's nothing on this thing but like a mushroom. That was why I was disappointed. I was like, I could
So
have
no
just...
bread?
It was bread and a mushroom. And then the Gruyere cheese and some spread.
What about the pastas? Did those look any good? It's a weird array of foods.
It's crazy because the menu when you're there, it's this big, beautiful menu with pictures, huge pictures. Almost everything has a picture. And everything looks great.
I like that, though.
Everything looks great. And then you get it, and it's not looking great anymore.
I wonder how like the fettuccine Alfredo is. It's hard to mess that up.
You want a fettuccine Alfredo and then a shake, though? Like that
But
is
yeah,
like...
exactly. That doesn't sound like a good combo.
Yeah.
You know what actually would go well with all the other sugar stuff? A waffle.
Yeah. The person next to us
plain
actually
waffle.
got some crepes, I believe, which looked
I see
really
that.
good. Yeah.
Apple pie, crepe.
Crepe.
I'd probably just go breakfast style there. Get a plain waffle and then just chow down on all that sugar, and I'd be wired and go waste a lot of money.
You know, it's funny. We got home, fed the dog, took her out, and then crashed. That one shake was enough sugar because I guess I do eat sugar, but not like that, you know.
No, I hear you. Curious what the nutrition facts are on that shake.
I think it's pretty much fat-free, though, when you're there. It's when you leave.
Yeah. Well, that's a good review.
Yeah, so let's get
I'm not
out
going to
of
say
here
it
with that.
makes me dying to go, but I think it was a realistic review.
I was disappointed, to be honest.
I'm disappointed you didn't see the robot.
I was disappointed. I wanted to take a picture with the robot so I could post
I wanted
it.
you to provide me with an autograph of the robot and a picture that I could frame in my apartment.
I didn't even see Toothsome there, so
Yeah.
she wasn't even there. Penelope Toothsome.
Yeah, Penelope. Maybe she's maybe her and the robot got something going on now, you know? Who knows?
Yeah. Well,
Something they're up to no good.
you got to get it where you can get it.
All right.
Take us out of here, man. I'm done.
Well, we're done. If you're joining us via video, I hope you enjoyed my outfit and my fish. They all say hello. My wide array of fish. Ryan's beautiful background is representing. And we are the Theme Park Junkies. Please check us out on Park Junkies 1. Search on the YouTube Theme Park Junkies, and you should find us.
Like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe so YouTube will promote our dumbasses to others. And it's another show in the bag. On that note, this is Jay for the Toothsome Robot Jasquez, for the Midsummer Scream, for the Knott's Berry Farm Cantina, and for Ryan. And we're saying out.